Some say that the world is coming to an end. Maybe they're right. For more than a year, everything has been plunged into chaos. The sacred holy empire of Abel, once a symbol of power and stability, has fallen. Broken and fragmented, the nations that were once part of it sought after the empty throne, and now the shadow of an insane war threatens to engulf everything. Oblivious to the conflict, the Order of Nathaniel, founded centuries ago to keep humanity safe from what lurks in the night, continued its restless fight against the dark. Over the ages, the Order waged countless secret wars, always hiding from mankind that the monsters who walked among us, our darkest fairy tales, were still there. And then, 2 days ago, something unexpected happened. While the Order was negotiating a way to stop the upcoming conflict with the warring states, the Red Lady, a high-ranking member of Nathaniel, stole one of the artifacts that the organization had sealed in the dark long ago. The Biblos, a book written with the blood of the founder of the Order. Nobody knew why she took it, nor the importance of the artifact. But I, Romeo Exet, leader of Nathaniel, did. Understanding what was at stake, I was forced to send the best agents of the organization to recover it at any cost. As fate would have it, amongst all of those agents, it would be the girl with no name, a cursed child bringing calamity with her, who would find it.
This place is devastated. I didn't think that the war had already come this far.
Ignore that nonsense, baby. What mankind does doesn't concern us. Our prey is near, I can tell.
At last we will have some fun.
What is it? Uneasy? That's not like you. You have nothing to fear. You are the bearer of calamities. You have at your disposal the most powerful weapon in the whole of creation sealed in a damned book. You've got me.
Shut up.
Welcome, Bearer of Calamities. I knew they would send you. Unfortunately, you've come too soon. I have not finished yet.
Lady, in recognition of your years of work for the Order, I will give you a chance to surrender and return the Biblos.
As pragmatic as ever. Well, I didn't expect a greeting from you.
What have you done with this place?
Make no mistake, Bearer of Calamities, I had nothing to do with the destruction of this city. Its inhabitants left before the armies of the Empire arrived. To prevent them from taking it, the people set it on fire and killed everyone who wanted to stay. It's human nature. War, murder, death. It is something you should already be accustomed to.
I didn't come here to listen to your pointless speech. Give me the artifact. I will not ask again.
Unfortunately, I'm not finished with it yet. But don't worry. I've prepared something to entertain you in your creature. Goodbye forever, Bearer of Calamities.
Wait! Damn.
I was surprised that you didn't pounce on that woman.
Did you know her?
She is one of the people who took care of my indoctrination after I signed my pact with you.
Something like your teacher, eh?
Shut up.
Has anyone ever told you you're too pushy, my dear?
Wow, an existential barrier. And one of substantial power, if I may say.
Suggestions?
I sense three seals that support the barrier nearby. We must go back and find them if we want to move on. Don't worry. I'll make them visible for you, baby. One down, two to go.
Just one more.
The barrier has fallen, baby.
Seems more fun than the others. Come on, let me out.
Shut up!
Party pooper.
What is this place? I've never read anything about such ruins here.
I don't know, but whatever it is, I feel something ancient.
Lady.
I'll admit, I expected to have a little more time, Bearer of Calamities. The Byblos is not ready yet.
What do you want?
Want? I don't want anything, my dear. I'm just an instrument of salvation. But I don't expect someone like you to understand that. But you, my dear, were a fool for coming here. This whole place was built for only one purpose: to seal the very core of your power. You look frightened, dear. Are you afraid of monsters again?
Monsters? Those are no monsters. Let me show you what a real monster is. Ergo, Mons.
I love it!
Impressive. And to think that you only have a fragment of your true power. I guess this leaves me no choice but to interfere. I shouldn't have underestimated the power of the Calamity. But it matters not. The ritual is complete.
What is this all about, lady? I don't understand you.
Oh, but you will, my dear. Everything is about to begin. Ugh! You should not be!
Who are you?
Baby, this guy's no joke. His power is too much for you.
I know.
Too late.
What?
Look out!
Once more. The same dream. Always the same. The little girl runs. She runs to escape the horror that haunts her. But what she sees at the end of the darkness, it's just an even greater nightmare.
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. It's time to get out of bed.
Ergo? What happened? Where are we?
Not a clue. After that light, everything became chaotic. I only know that when I regained consciousness, I was in this place. I've never seen anything like it.
How long have I been asleep?
A few hours. Before you open your big mouth to complain, I tried to wake you up earlier. But stay calm. I assure you, nothing has come close or done anything to you while you slept.
Thanks.
Well, except me.
Ugh.
So, what's the plan? Are we still looking for your artifact? Or shall we try to find a way out of here?
First of all, I think that the most important thing would be to find out where we are and how we got here. Let's collect all the information we can, and later we'll have time to make an appropriate decision.
Listen to me, babe. There's another thing that I need you to know. This place is oppressing me, as if it's trying to choke my very essence. My powers, and therefore yours, are greatly limited.
And that means?
That you're screwed. You'd better be careful.
You're worried about me? I don't need that from you. At the time, I didn't want to admit it, but I was calm just because he was there with me.
Did you see that? Someone was there.
I know. What?
Wherever we are, this is not the world we both know.
Go back. This place is not safe.
You? What the hell are you doing here?
Not the time or place to talk. Go back from where you came. I will wait for you there.
Ergo? You know what that thing was?
Let's go back, baby.
Answer me.
There is something I need to check. Let's go back. Babe, just this one time. Let's go back to the other room.
Why?
She was right. There's something ahead. Something that you can't win against while I am so weak. Let's go back. This is the last time I'm going to ask. Let's go back to the other room. Wow, is it really you? You can't stop seeing me, not even after a generation, eh?
I have no choice. There are just some children who need a lot of attention. Hello, Ergo. You can't complain. This time you got a real beauty. There's no comparison to the previous bearers.
Nah, she's just a crybaby. You and your ass are still my favorites.
Are you trying to hit on me again?
Just until it works.
Sorry for ruining your date. Is it possible for one of you to tell me what's happening?
We meet at last, Bearer of Calamities. Sorry for my lack of respect.
Glad you know who I am. Unfortunately, I still don't know who you are, creature.
You don't know? For real? Pathetic. The whole of mankind owes everything to this woman. This creature, as you call her, is who, against all odds, managed to deceive and seal the most powerful monster which has ever walked the world.
You won't say it was you, right, little book?
You are Eliani Grimoire, the founder of Nathaniel, the first amongst the great saints. You're the woman who sealed Ergo in the Book of the Void.
Well, more or less. I'm happy to meet you.
Forgive my rudeness. I didn't anticipate anything good from one of Ergo's acquaintances.
I can't blame you for that. Also, my appearance is not exactly reassuring.
Are you dead?
I am as alive as you, but my body is in stasis due to some problems in the past. What you see now is just a spiritual projection that my mind, awake only for short periods of time, can generate.
What's happening, Ellie? Even if I know I am irresistible to you, I know you're not here for me. For you to get personally involved in something is not a good sign.
I'm not here of my own accord. Something called me, and I'm not alone. Just as you are, there are things gathering in this tower. Entities with real power. Some are already here, and others, they are still coming. I don't know what it was, but one of the worst ones was just at the end of where I met you. But I think that it already left.
Are you kidding me? Should I remind you who you're talking to? I can blow up this whole place with one finger.
I can feel how weak you are, Ergo. It's useless to hide it from me. I've never seen you like this. In your current condition, I'm not even convinced you're going to be fine. Or if she will, for that matter.
My lady, you don't need to worry about me. I have a mission to accomplish entrusted to me by the Supreme Inquisitor.
Bearer, I know the artifact you're looking for very well. It's a book written by my sister with her own blood. I can assure you, it's not our priority now. I still don't understand the scope of what's happening and where we are. I tried to reach some of these entities, but without success. It seems that access to them is somehow closed. There are different seals somehow linked with fragments of their essence. Maybe if we could obtain some of them. But
What's happening?
I am unsure. Sorry. I don't think I can sustain this form much longer.
Ellie!
You should... Sorry.
Wait! Damn.
Don't worry. She will be fine. She's a tough one. We will see her again soon. For sure.
Okay, let's go. Let's meet those things.
That sounds nice. A mansion?
Look at all those puppets. They seem almost alive.
Yeah, this looks like a haunted house. I hope that they move and attack us or something. That would be so cool.
Ugh. Solomon Magitech. Science of the Lost Times?
Unusual. It's not something you expect to see in a place like this.
Now magical golems from Solomon?
Yeah, this mansion is full of surprises. You see? Living evil puppet! Hell yeah!
Oh, shut up! They say that 1 in every 1,000 people is special, and 1 in every million, an unparalleled genius. Nazcal Mayorim is 1 in a billion. Since childhood, he showed an inordinate talent to create, a skill that surpassed even the greatest masters of the world. With such a gift, there was never any doubt that, if he wanted, he could have become anything that he desired. But Nazcal did not care for such things, for his only passion was the marionettes. When he was a little boy, his parents took him to a theater, where he saw for the first time what would become his obsession. These simple figures of wood and metal, artificial beings posing as people, fascinated him in an incomprehensible way. And it was then, at such an early age, he decided to devote his life to them. Year after year, Nazcal learned everything about their construction and handling, developing unique methods to give them more realism and mobility. With time, his works became incomparable, so perfect that it was difficult to distinguish them from living beings. His marionettes were valued as masterworks and appreciated everywhere. And only now, upon turning 25, is Nazcal truly pleased. Everyone recognizes that he is the greatest artist in the world. There is so much suffering here. Nazcal entered the hall where the Council of Brax was taking place. The greatest artists and creators of the world met once every decade under those walls. different civilizations, even non-human creatures were there to show the wonders they had created over the years. Naturally, only the very best could attend, those whose fame had crossed all frontiers. For many of them, just having been invited represented an honor, but to Nazcal, it was quite the opposite. They should feel honored by his attendance. The puppet master walked through the room, trying to pass unnoticed. He paid little attention to several uninspired works that only reminded him of why he was superior to everyone else. Nazcal smiled ruefully. Although he did not expect too much from others, he had wished to find something to at least rival with his talent. Lost in those thoughts, a distant word caught his attention. Someone had mentioned Gaudeamus, the creator of wonders, whose fame had reached even Nazcal's ears. Apparently, he had also been invited, and a group of people were talking to him not too far away. Interested by his fame, Nazcal approached him to share some anecdotes with a fellow genius. To his surprise, the legendary creator was much younger than he had expected, and was quick to shake his hand and exchange a polite greeting. Nazcal was about to ask about the works he was exhibiting in the council, when the whole room became silent. Everyone whispered that Gaudeamus had just arrived. At that moment, the confused Nazcal understood what they meant, and a chill of terror ran through his spine. The person he was talking with was not a living being, but a doll. Work of Gaudeamus was what he had heard the people say before. Even if it was only for a moment, the mere idea that he had not noticed such a thing overwhelmed the mind of the puppet master. Frantically, his eyes began to gaze closely at all the works exhibited by Gaudeamus. The mere sight of them burned his retinas, but at the same time, he was unable to look away. The feeling of anxiety that oppressed his chest grew until it became pain. He even had trouble breathing in the same room that stored such wonders. Unable to wait any more, he staggered out of the room and did not stop running until he was outside. Then, Nazcal cried and laughed as hard as he could. He had been blind all this time. In his egotism, he thought he was on top of the world when he was only standing on a small hill. Only in that moment did he realize that his work was far from having reached its full potential. That night would...
Death traps? This is our best date ever!
am sorry, World Walkers. I have nothing to say.
I am nobody. I have never been. But somewhere in this prison is my wife. Free her. She will know how to reward you.
I am the one who devours everything. The one who stands over creation itself. I am the power.
I'm just a merchant, and if I had a name, I do not remember it now. Open this door, and I promise you that I'll know how to thank you.
The secrets, the passages, they echo in my head like screams. Stop them! Me!
Everything is confusing. I was a creator, the greatest of all, but I committed a sin. Now I have only what I deserve.
So you really do have the ability to move between rooms in Arcane. They're definitely different from the rest.
You're the entity that we saw before in the central room.
Correct. But it would be better if you don't ask silly questions like who I am or what I'm doing here. I can't answer what I don't know.
You're different from the other shadows.
Because I have awareness of everything around me? You could say that.
I've seen more like you. They were locked in a prison. I tried to talk to them, but they were not lucid.
Nor will they ever be as long as they're there. For many of them, that's not where they belong. In their correct rooms, they would be more lucid, as you say.
So I just need to free them?
You can't release them, it would be impossible for you. The tower won't allow it. They're too entrenched in their memories.
And you think that some bars will be a huge impediment?
What imprisons them may seem to be metal bars easy for you to bend and destroy, but I assure you, it's much more than that. Each place is a whole existence by itself. It's the very concept of a prison which contains them.
So there's no way?
I didn't say that. I said it was impossible for you. But why are you interested? Do you have some relationship with any of them?
A few seem to have relevant information for us.
Interesting. I think I'll help you with this. It may be worth contemplating what will happen.
Can you do it?
Every gate has an exit, every prison a way out. Just as there are doors, there are also keys in the tower that can open them. Here's one. It will open any door, but only one. Like I said, they're more in arcane. You only need to find them. But it would be better if you were both very careful when choosing which prisoners to release. Not all of them tell the truth. Not everyone deserves to be imprisoned. Not everyone deserves to be freed. Choose well. It will bring consequences. And even if you find all the keys, in the end, one door will remain locked. Now go. I'm done talking.
This place. This is part of the messenger. Everything here resonates with his fragments of memories. We can use it to reach him.
Yes, but we will need at least 3 to summon him. 2 more. 1 more.
We don't have any fragments of... Nascal suddenly awoke. For months, he had been unable to sleep well, and that night had been particularly bad, something which he blamed on the emotion of being so close to finishing his work. Washing his face, he noticed how terrible he looked in the mirror, and thought that very soon he would have to be ready to return to society. Nascal was unsure of how much time had passed since he had visited the council. This place.
Yes.
You shouldn't be here. This is my core.
Nazcal the Puppet Master. Come out. Don't hide in the shadows.
Go away. If you won't, I will destroy you.
Answer me. What is your intention coming to the tower?
I did not come. I was brought here. I heard a voice whispering in my head. I saw a light, and then I was here.
I have seen your memories. The things that you've done. The lives you've destroyed. Everything. You lost yourself and became a monster.
Wrong. I never lost myself. That was all for the art. And what about all the things that you have destroyed coming here? And even before that, we are all sinners looking for an answer, Hunter of Shadows. The only difference is the reasons.
Come out. Let's put an end to this.
I will. You will be wonderful marionettes. Run. You can't run. Come, my beautiful creations. You can't run. Everything is for the art. Everything is for the art. Come, my beautiful creations. I can see them in the theater, the marionettes. They are wonderful.
Huh? This power. Baby, what's happening?
The dream goes on. The little girl is still in the dark hallways of the heart of the Order of Nathaniel. Around her, there are dozens of sealed rooms which contain incomprehensible monstrosities that should not exist. The Inquisition brought the child there only a few hours ago. They said it was just for protection, to be sure that she was safe, although the truth is that they didn't know what to do with her. It was too dangerous to let her live, but she was still an innocent child. Even the most radical amongst them didn't want to kill her just because her blood was different. A blood that would empower any supernatural creature who fed on her. The Inquisition thought that her pursuers would not be able to enter the holy city of Nathaniel, so they would have time to decide what to do there. They were wrong. The little girl can't run anymore. The long hallway ends, and in the darkness, she finds a closed door. With her frail arms, the child opens it. She hopes that inside, she can finally hide from the things that follow her. Those who pursue her are the same monsters that had destroyed her village. The ones who took her parents away. The ones who stole the little world that she had known. Her small eyes look around the room. A chill runs through her body. It seems that no one has been there for a long time. but it is not empty. In the center, there is a book. And somehow, looking at it, she feels even colder than before. Ergo? What happened?
I'm not sure.
For a legendary godlike entity, you know very little.
I was near omnipotent, baby, not omniscient. Knowing too much always spoils the fun. My guess is that the core was linked to that entity. After we destroyed him, it couldn't hold itself together and collapsed. Following that, we reappeared in this place. I don't know why you lost consciousness. There's something else I want to tell you, little girl. That power, the one you felt there, it's mine.
What do you mean?
After kicking the ass of that guy, something came to me. I thought it was merely assimilating his essence, but it was more. I regained part of my power, my real power. The one I am unable to use, sealed in this book.
Why are you telling me this?
Honestly, I'm not very sure. I guess I just wanted to play fair with you. Or maybe I just wanted to freak you out a little. In any case, it is true. And the plan is?
You don't need to ask. We'll stick to our original goal.
I can't complain. This is becoming much more fun than I thought it could be.
Bearer of calamities, I felt your presence.
Lord Romeo?
Exet, are you kidding, babe? The damn Supreme Inquisitor here?
Shut up!
I am outside the building. Our forces, our armies, Nathaniel, the Inquisition, they are all here. I used all my power to create this gap that allows us to communicate. But it is unstable. We must be brief.
Milord, lady, she's dead. And the artifact is still missing. But it's just a matter of time before I...
Silence. What is happening is much more serious than you think. Far more than any of us ever thought. Just one person predicted it. And now we're too late. The whole world is in chaos. Many of the rules of reality are breaking, and this place is the source of everything.
I'm sorry, my lord. I don't understand.
The book you had to recover, the Biblos, was a collection of prophecies made by Harel Grimoire. They described certain conditions that would cause the end of the world. The object itself was unimportant. What mattered was the content. According to her omens, when a certain number of unique entities were reunited, they would bring about the end of all existence. For centuries, we have called these creatures the Messengers of the End, a suitable name for those who are considered the harbingers of the world's destruction. However, we never exactly understood all the intricacies of the prophecy, nor were able to locate all of the messengers. Until now.
My lord?
They are coming, bearer of calamities. Many are already here. This place is attracting the messengers to its core. We don't know how or why, but these creatures are meeting here for the first time. But we cannot enter. The tower is not in the same reality I am, where any of us are. Before me, there are only ruins and desolation. But you are already inside, which only means one thing. You are the last resort we have. You are my weapon, the darkness that devours darkness, my instrument of destruction, Find them, annihilate them, all of them, or the world will not see many more sunrises. We will try to stop them here before they arrive, but many will enter through the crevices between realities. Now go, Hunter of Shadows. You have much to do.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, shithead Romeo?
I must thank you for what you did for me. I was confused when I was locked in that place. Once upon a time, my name was Gaudemus, but it's probably more appropriate to say that I am just the memory of him, created by Nazgul. In a part of his mind, I committed the sin of surpassing him, and I needed to be punished for that. There is little I can do as a reward, but let me at least share with you the part of Nazgul that is in me.
What was a human being? What exactly was he? Nazgul didn't know for how long, years perhaps. He had asked the same questions without finding an answer. Was the dead body in the workshop the real Nazgul? But if it was, why did it hold the parts needed to complete the project? The puppet master had his body analyzed several times over the years, trying to find something that could help him determine.
Yeah, so they locked me up in this book. What a novel idea. It's not really funny.
A Hydra?
And an ancient broodmother to boot. Back in the day, I wanted some as pets, but I never had the time to look for them.
Sadly, I believe you.
You know, baby, if you keep standing here much longer, I'm gonna have to get a dust jacket.
Those statues. Lady Ellie and I? She sure is popular.
Wow, was that a joke?
Shut up. Lady Ellie and I.
Hi, bearer of the annoying book. I'm glad to see you again, safe and sound.
How are you, Ellie? The last time we saw you, you seemed to be in some kind of trouble.
Worried?
No, I know how difficult you are to kill firsthand. And everyone knows that it took a manifestation of hell itself just to knock you out for a while.
Lady Ellie and I. Lord Romeo Exet was able to contact us. We have our orders. All our forces are outside, while we need to destroy certain creatures.
Little Romeo is involved too. This is as serious as I thought. He thinks that it is the prophecy, right? The one that my sister foretold. If that's the case, it means that once all of them are reunited, it would trigger the end of the world. But something is wrong. I feel it. I will try to talk with Romeo, if I'm able to manifest myself outside.
Why are you in this place?
Honestly, I have no idea. My manifestations are too chaotic. I can't even move freely around here. I'm limited to stay in some rooms. Once I've regained enough strength, I will manifest again in the center of the core room, and from there, I will try to explore other places to see what I can discover. If you need something, I will be there from now on.
People say everything that inhabits the world has a destined fate long before it exists. If that's true, there was a reason why Ramatek UI Del Lux would never know the relaxed life that was meant for him as the eldest child of a noble family of the highest rank. He was just 4 years old when he was sent by his father to the Cathedral of Aranus. For centuries, the ancient building received the firstborn children of some of the most important bloodlines, unique lineages endowed with exceptional qualities. The cathedral was not an academy, nor anything similar. Its inhabitants could never leave the premises. Once there, those great doors would never let them leave. The children, and of course Ramatek, would take a long time to understand the reason they were held there. Araness was unique. Ramatek felt as captive as the thing the inhabitants of Araness were guarding. As a child, he found it truly difficult to understand why he should devote his whole life to becoming a jailer. He cared little that the prisoner, which they called the Entity, could bring about the end of the
Hey, baby! Just a reminder, the view from back here's great! No buts about it!
Another strong impact shook the central structure of the cathedral. The attack was more powerful than the previous one, which meant it was just a matter of time until they would surpass Aranes's mystical defenses. Somehow, these creatures had discovered the existence of the sanctuary and its prison. Terrified, Ramatek tried to move, but his body was trapped by debris. Above him, the bloody meat mass of the prisoner, impaled by some broken columns, writhed and twisted, tearing its flesh. The blood of the creature began to spout from its wounds, and Ramatek could only watch helplessly as it slipped between the fallen stones towards him.
Baby? There's something I have to tell you. There's a library card in the back of me, and I'm long overdue.
Just shut up, please.
That's a Nexus Guardian, babe. Keepers of primordial supernatural cores. I wonder what it could be protecting. Babe, the Guardian, he had something different. I noticed it when I absorbed its existence. A magic formula codex, very primitive, but linked to the seals of this place.
Add the formula to our magic. With any luck, it'll resonate with the seals in this place. Maybe we'll be able to activate them now. It had been 10 years since Ramatek left Aranis, after what he considered his awakening. With some melancholy, the Dark Priest stared at the ruins around him. His eyes perceived everything as only he could. An environment in which the material and the spiritual world formed a swirling chaos. That abomination was something that Ramatek had learned to hate, and its mere vision upset him so much that with a slight fit of rage, That seal. The entrance won't be open much longer. We need to destroy the barrier quickly. That seal. The entrance won't be open much longer. We need to destroy the barrier quickly.
Two more. One more.
I know. It's him again.
It's too late for Ramatek. I have already destroyed it. You won't be able to reclaim it now.
So you can talk after all. Who are you? Are you one of the messengers?
You are the ones who call me that, but yes, I suppose that you could say that I am one of them.
Are you the one behind all of this? The one who brought us to the tower?
Maybe you really don't know anything. Maybe you are just another pawn. But even then, it doesn't matter. You must be stopped. Your world won't be saved.
You monster.
Enough. We don't have time. This place won't hold itself much longer without Ramatek around.
You leave her out of this. I'm sorry. I know that you want the cool guy spot in this drama. You even brought your own attire. Nice coat, by the way. But the role is already taken.
Dark Messiah, I'm afraid that letting her out won't be possible.
You really don't know who you are messing with, boy.
Let's end this. Your story.
This place! It can't hold itself together anymore!
You were saved by the bell, pal.
And so, the story goes on for you. Just a little more. Girl, you should wonder if you really want to become an instrument of salvation.
What? The dream becomes more lucid. The little girl is inside the huge room. There's nothing there. Only a strange book, hanging from the walls wrapped in old chains. Everything has become silent outside. And for a moment, the child thinks that maybe she's finally found a safe place to hide. But she also feels that she is not alone. Slowly, the little girl extends her small arm towards the book. Darkness, wrath, loneliness. Everything that fills the place comes from it, and she feels that that book is also lost. Before her little fingers reach the cover, the sound of the door opening behind her makes the child freeze in terror. One of them has found her. And again, the dream becomes a nightmare. Again? This is becoming repetitive.
Yeah, it's losing its edge. Are you okay, baby? You seem to be having a pretty awful dream.
You can bet it was bad. You were in it. And I already told you I don't need you to worry about me.
That's the spirit.
I feel something near. Suggestions?
Why are you asking me for help? What do I look like to you, a strategy guide?
This is getting weirder and weirder. Any idea of where we could be?
The ideal place for a picnic?
Wonderful help.
My pleasure. Here?
Existential devourers?
Yeah, those guys are bad news. This one is from a lesser hierarchy, but in our current form, you are not ready to face a higher one.
This being, it's pure darkness. It'll be quite resistant to my powers.
Yeah, leave the black ones to me and take the white ones for yourself.
This place is the folklore. It may not seem like it, but we are on the back of a gargantuan beast, a huge turtle. Its master is the Dark Child of Light, Jonathan Capel. He is the current Fairy King, a powerful entity with the form of a little child. The folklore is inhabited by elementals and ancient spirits, many of which are quite powerful. They're mostly sealed in statues, masks, and artifacts, which are part of Jonathan's collection.
We meet again, Wanderer of Arcane.
Do you happen to know anything about this place? What's happening here?
I'm not sure. In my own way, I'm as lost as you are. I can only say that this is a place of memories, made of memories. If you look around with care, you may find fragments of the very essence of this place.
What do you mean?
Let me give you an example. The zodiac seals and the columns of this area have some very special features. Activated by a normal being, they become white and pure, but when activated by a dark entity, they darken. If you combine the seal's colors properly, you may obtain a result that can be very useful for you. To know which color each seal must be, you should check the masks that are beside them. If the mask is telling a lie, you must make the seal dark. Whereas, if it's telling the truth, the seal must be white. There's at least one thing I can assure you. The Mask of Leo is telling the truth.
Little Jonathan Koppel had spent his whole life in his huge mansion without windows. He never lacked anything. He was surrounded by a legion of servants that took care of him with absolute devotion. All
Shit! You remember what I said to you before about being careful with higher Noth? That's a queen!
Jonathan couldn't believe how fascinating the outside world was. Vast green pastures spread between beautiful mountains. Just a few hours ago he had left the mansion, and all that he saw only increased his attraction to the one.
Enemy in the sky, I can launch them twice as high. Take a look, I'm in a book, you're reading ergo. I can't go anywhere. Bearers to know and ways to grow, you're reading ergo. I can kill anything. Take a look, I'm in a book, a reading ergo, a reading ergo, a reading ergo!
Alarm! Intruders! Heretics!
Any idea what the hell those things are?
I'm guessing there's some kind of protector totems.
They're heavily guarded against magic. We should find a way to climb up there. Let's look around. The heart of the mountain was floating in front of him. That huge rock contained folklore's core, a place where the real were two sides of the same coin. It was the center of fantasy itself, and to his How much time had passed? Actually, that didn't matter anymore. The human half of Jonathan allowed him to survive to what was supposed to be the end of the Jonathan floated around, watching the world beneath his feet, and created a cup of tea out of thin air. For him, everything was just a toy. Those statue heads. What?
They were guardian spirits. If we want to pass through, we need to find those things and destroy them.
They can't be far from here. I can feel them.
Good girl! You really are doing your homework. You may be able to control my powers better than I thought.
Shut up. Both guardians have fallen. The seal is broken.
Two more. One more.
Hail and well met. Had I known thy arrival would be so swift, I would have prepared us some tea. Whither art mine manners?
Koppel, I've heard about you. I know who you are.
Thou flatterest me. But please, calleth me Jonathan. I hath also heard about ye, the legendary Ergo Mundus, and its beauteous nameless owner. Thou art even lovelier than they hath said.
Are you behind all of this? You created Arcane?
My most humble apologies. I fear thou art mistaken. I have been invited hither the same as thee.
You are one of the most powerful known entities, Jonathan. You expect me to believe you're here by chance?
This place hath calleth me. I heard its voice, and hither I am.
Get out of here, Jonathan. I have seen part of your life. I don't want to be forced to destroy you.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Thine offer is much appreciated. However, 'tis futile. Not only can thy power not penetrate mine defenses, in truth, I needeth the book thou art carrying.
Is this some kind of joke?
This place doth offer me power. Power to do what I wish. In exchange, I needeth thee to cease to exist, Sir Ergo. I shall hence obtain the advantage I require to best the others. Verily, some of us art terrifying.
What do you mean?
It matters not. Alas, milady, I have given thee a chance. Ah, what a joyously festive event awaits! Dost thou not comprehend, fusty sir? Thy time draws short. About this! Run! 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 Forgive me, milady. 'Tis not personal. Not comprehend, fusty sir? Thy time draws short. What about this? Run! 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 Lonely? Be gone! Be gone! Move thine self from mine presence. Be gone! So, I have met my end. 'Tis not at all well met and merry.
Huh? This power.
The monster looks at the little girl. It knows that it's over for her. The child cries, shouts, and tries to escape. But the monster is faster. The claws penetrate her flesh, and she collapses with her body broken by pain. Everything will be over soon. But then something happens. A drop of the little girl's blood falls on the old chained book. The world becomes silent. And suddenly, they are not alone anymore.
Hi again, Sleeping Beauty. How are you? Honestly, you don't look too well.
I've been better.
This messenger thing is really messing you up, you know. Not that I dislike seeing you screwed, but only if I'm the cause.
Sweet as always. This feeling. It's the same as when we were pulled into this place for the first time.
Look around. If this tower is really made of memories, then this land doesn't belong to anyone. But somehow, I'm not calmer for it. Be careful.
I heard your voice. In the silence. In the void. It is you who has called me? Again. Who am I? I am life.
What is happening? I don't understand what's going on. What was all that about?
Even I can't tell you. Be careful. We are missing something. Anyway, the important thing is that we are on the upper floors. Let's look around here. Hey, baby.
What?
Do you think that I technically count as an audiobook? Do you?
Oh, shut up.
Having problems trying to reach the other side of that bridge? I guess you should reactivate the ruin stones to make things easier for you. If you want to do it, you should go back to the entrance of this chamber and go down. It's a little tricky to find the floor, but you should be able to do it. There you'll find something to help you.
The children ran into the darkness. Neither of them looked back. Even if they didn't understand what was happening, both knew that they should not stop running. They were just kids who had the misfortune of being born into war.
I can see you. Go away, Ergo. Escape now.
Come on. Not him.
You can't fight me. You are too weak now. Let me show you.
Impressive, yet fertile. You can't win, Ergo. As I am fear, darkness, and you will fall.
That really hurt.
Look on the bright side. You aren't unconscious. This time.
You think you're funny? Hate to break it to you, but you're just a sad monster, not a comedian. Do you know what the hell that was?
That guy. His name is Malekith, the Lord of Nightmares. I know him. This is going to be a real pain in the ass. His power is first rate. You should be careful. Don't treat him like the others.
Whatever. There's no turning back now. Are we in some kind of sewer?
I think that it is a little more complex than that. This is the labyrinth that spreads underneath the city, the place where all the waste of the nightmares go. But it doesn't matter. You were right after all. There is no turning back now.
What was that? Did you see it?
Sadly, yeah.
Malekith smiled as he walked through the cathedral. The pieces were already perfectly positioned on the board. The only thing left to do was to start the fight.
Run! Go back to the light!
What is that thing? That huge mass of darkness.
That's a fragment of Malekith, a guardian made by a shard of his conscience. In this place, he is like a god. We can't fight him here. The darkness would devour us. We need to find his real body if we want to stand a chance.
And what will happen if it finds...
Let's use the light. We will be safe inside. Or at least I hope so.
Malekith opened his eyes with difficulty. The indescribable pain he felt made him understand that, at least for a few minutes, he was still alive. Over his shoulder was a black bird, pecking him over and over, trying to wrest a piece of flesh from the wounds of...
Shit! Run! Oh, come on, baby. Is this the fastest you can go? We need to book it.
I wish I could simply put a zipper in your mouth. In that moment, all the crows rushed towards him, wrapping his body as if they were going to devour it. He's beyond this door. There must be a way to open it.
If that thing says something like, "It's dangerous to go alone," I will kill him.
Welcome to this, my humble room. My name is Velez. It is a pleasure for me to meet such distinguished guests. A monster without fate, and a young lady who has lost everything. Calm down, you have nothing to fear. I'm not an enemy. Though I suppose I would not consider myself an ally either. I am neither a memory nor a guest of the tower. You could say I'm a simple intermediary.
He speaks the truth, baby. I feel no hostility from him. In fact, I don't feel anything from him at all.
I know, but I can't help being uneasy. There's something strangely familiar about him. Velez was your name, right? Excuse me if I was rude. The truth is that it's been a difficult day.
Do not worry, my dear. Under the circumstances, it's logical that you're confused. You're not the only one here who feels this way.
The Prince of Crows toyed with his fingers in the air. Each of his gestures drew dark, twisted shapes. With a mixture of boredom and disgust, he
He's here. We need to hide in the darkness, baby. If he finds us, it's game over. We should wait until he's away, and move only when he isn't close to us.
How can we beat him?
You can't win here. We are inside his nightmares, his world. In this place, he is a god. He could rival me, even when I was in top condition. We need to find his core, if you want to stand a chance.
I know you are near, little rabbit. Come out, wherever you are. I know you are near, little rabbit. I can feel you, Ergo. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near, little rabbit. Come out wherever you are. 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 I can feel you, Ergo. It will be over soon. It will be over soon. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near, little rabbit. I can feel you, Ergo. Come out. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near, little rabbit. I know you are near. It will be over soon. I can feel you, Ergo. I can feel you, Ergo. Come out wherever you are. I know you are near, little rabbit. It will be over soon. It will be over soon. I know you are near, little rabbit.
Two more. One more.
Ergo Mundus. This is an unpleasant surprise. Welcome to my realm.
Malekith? Hey, buddy! Long time since we've seen each other. I guess you're doing great with that cool city you were building last time.
You were great once, Ergo. I respected you. You were a prideful, crazy bastard, fun enough to challenge the whole existence. I even remember that I wondered if, for the first time, I was in front of something greater than myself. But now, look at you. A mere chained dog. A tool following another person's will. Not even a shadow of yourself.
Oh, come on. I've heard this story a lot lately. Too much even for me. I didn't know what was happening at the time, and it's not my fault that I can't die.
Ergo, there are times in which death is a much more appropriate ending for a story.
Stop this charade. Don't talk like you're better than him. You're just a monster that feeds on others' fears.
Oh, the owner protects its pet. You think that you are better than me? That I don't know your story, what you fear? The voices that you hear when you close your eyes?
Shut up.
Fine, I didn't mean to mess with your mistress. You know the rules of this place, don't you? Winner takes all. So, have you come to kill me?
More or less. It's kind of complicated. But I guess you should be used to that sort of thing. After all, you are a big evil bastard yourself. Honestly, I thought that you would be out there, killing the rest of the club.
I won't. I hate it when others try to tell me what I should do. Even to obtain power. I am fear, Ergo. I am the shadow that lurks in everyone's mind. I am nightmare itself. I don't need more power.
I'm beginning to get tired of all this talking. How about we start going wild?
You mean something like a you kill me or I kill you type of scenario? No, old friend. This will not even be a fight. It'll be a one-sided annihilation.
You are so damn right.
This ends now! Enough games! Even you will cry. This ends now! This ends now! Enough games. Even you will cry. That really hurt. Enough games. Impressive, old friend. I didn't think that I could be defeated. Maybe this is my end. Well, it is not so bad after all. Look out, Ergo. This place is not what it seems. The messages of the end. We are not being reunited. This is just a facade to hide the real reason why we're here. They are summoning just a few of us. The ones who are needed.
What do you mean, buddy? Who's doing this?
It is coming back, my friend. The darkness that I see when I close my eyes. And even the old you could not stop it. How do you expect to do so, now that you are so weak? It's yours, Ergo. My share of the power. I doubt it will help you. Goodbye, old friend.
Shit! It's the same thing again!
Ergo?
No! Try to resist, babe! Come on!
From the darkness comes a man. He looks around the room, paying little attention to either the child or the monster, as if neither of them mattered in the slightest to him. The monster insults the man who came from the darkness. The creature says words that the child doesn't understand, and urges him to run away, unless he wants to end up like her. But the man who came from the darkness laughs, and talks for the first time. In this world of fools, you must be the king of them all. Let the lesson begin, he says with a smile on his face, and pounces on the creature. The room is filled with screams of terror and pain, but this time, they come from the monster. And then, silence again.
Hey, babe. Maybe you should stop doing this. You can be someone unique, but you're still human after all. You can't handle any more of my power. If things go on like this, I will be free soon. The seals that contain me in the book won't withstand much more of this.
What will happen to me if you're released?
You will be erased from existence, like if you never existed to begin with. Only I will be able to remember you. Let's forget all this shit and get out of this damn place. Come on. I'm really tired of this. I really doubt that the world will end. Too many messengers are already destroyed to cause the Grimoire prophecy.
We can't risk being wrong. We'll follow Lord Exet's orders to the very end. All messengers will be destroyed.
Why are you so obsessed with this, baby? I know that you lost your family when you were a child, but you're not the kind of person to simply hate everything.
What do you know about me? I have no name. I have nothing. Being a hunter, the bearer of calamities is all I've got. All I am. Without that, what else do I have?
Well, you've got me. You are the only partner that I only hate a little.
You're just doing this because you're afraid, aren't you? Because you don't know if even Ergo, the almighty legendary monster, would be able to survive if your current form is destroyed.
Go to hell, human. Thanks for reminding me of who we are. Bearer of calamities.